Security challenges, in our opinion, seem to have overwhelmed our security institutions.
The governors are supposed to be the state security officers of their state.
There is need for us to at least engage the traditional rulers.
We need to do something about our porous borders.
We have to own it from the unit level to the ward level to the local government to state.
Mr. President, the importance of today for us is for us to take action.
Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Insecurity is making the issue worse.
Senate worries over the declining value of Naira against other currencies.
The bill is of great importance to the security and continued existence of this nation.
And bill establishing a commission to control proliferation of arms passed by the Senate. Welcome to Inside the Senate. I am Hussaina Amina Aboki. The Senate on Wednesday the 27th of July 2022 proceeded on its 2022 annual break and is billed to resume on Tuesday the 20th of September. Before then, it considered amongst other legislative items a motion on the dwindling fortune of the Naira against other foreign currencies. Details of its activities both at plenary and the committee form our package for this week. Do sit back as the program continues in a moment.
The Senate will send a message to the President
to reap opportunities from that
To raise a matter of urgent public importance.
And we are aware that when this particular motion comes up
for a longer term development, arise to second the motion.
Those in favor of this prayer say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
Thanks for being with us. Before proceeding on its annual break, the Senate on Wednesday the 27th of July 2022 got a new leader. He is Senator Ibrahim Abdullahi Gobir. His appointment is a result of the change of party of the former leader, Senator Yahya Abdullahi, from APC to PDP. Same day, the Senate expressed worries over the dwindling fortunes of the nation's currency, the Naira, against other currencies, particularly the US dollar. The matter was brought up by Senator Olubunmi Adetumbi under matters of urgent public importance. Details of this, amongst other deliberations, are contained in this first report as compiled and presented from our studio.
On the fortunes of the nation's currency, Senator Olubunmi Adetumbi lamented that as at 27th of July 2022, the Naira had dropped to 716 Naira to $1.
As at yesterday, the exchange rate in the autonomous segment PDC of the foreign exchange market was 670 Naira to the United States dollar. And we are told that this afternoon, the figure has gone up to 716 Naira to a dollar. The CBN should take new measures to curb foreign scarcity and address the sliding rate of Naira exchange.
What is even more alarming is that despite the rapid fall in the value of the Naira in the real market, which is the black market, the CBN has insisted on keeping the official exchange rate at 415. And unfortunately, it only creates room for a few Nigerians to make tremendous profits out of this imbalance.
Insecurity is making the issue worse. It is not because anyone is, people are not producing alone. It is because we are not taking charge. When you are put in charge of the economy, you must be able to do the best for it. Why are BDCs being prevented from selling the currencies again? We should be penalizing somebody for what has happened to our dollar.
We have to provide a very enabling environment for investment. If we don't have inflow of investment, our currency will continue to be at par with other currencies of the world. And the only way we can access the dollar or whatever currency we want will be determined by other economy, not our economy.
Amongst the resolutions of the motion was to call on the CBN to intervene to stop the rapid decline of the Naira against the dollar and other international currencies, as well as call on the Committee on Banking to conduct an assessment of the CBN Intervention Fund and the declining value of the Naira and come up with acceptable solutions. Same day, Senator Ibikunle Amosu came under matter of urgent national importance to report the victory of Tobi Amusan, who on Monday the 25th of July 2022 won a gold medal, finishing in 12.06 seconds in the women's 100 meters hurdles at the World Athletics Championship at Oregon, USA, when she set a new world record.
In the course of Oluwatobilola Sterling's career, which began at the early age of 18 years, she recorded many feats, which include a silver medal at the 2013 African Youth Championships in Warri, a gold medal in the 100 meters hurdle at the 2015 African Junior Athletics Championship in Addis Ababa, a bronze medal in the 4x100 meter relay with her teammates at the 2018 Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Australia.
For me, I'm especially proud that she's from Ogun State, but I'm more equally proud that she's a Nigerian, and I cannot but also extend the well wishes of everybody from Ogun West to this young lady for what she has achieved.
Before becoming a Nigerian, she's from Ogun State. So I want to congratulate her, and I want to join my colleagues to help us in commending the girl for representing Nigeria and representing Ogun State, and of course representing the Ijebu nation proudly.
The following resolution were adopted. Commend Tobi Amusan for her spectacular achievements in the tracks and field events. Urge the FGN to increase investment in sports as a way of creating opportunities for the youths, as well as urge the FGN to accord her a national honor.
Letter from Mr. President.
Earlier Tuesday, the 26th of July, the Senate President read 4 letters from President Muhammadu Buhari. One saw Senate confirmation of Honorable Justice Olukayode Arowola as the Chief Justice of Nigeria CJN. Another saw the confirmation for the reappointment of the following personalities as non-executive directors of the Central Bank of Nigeria CBN. There are Professor Mike I. Abodan, South-South, Professor Justicia O. Nwabuko, South-East, Professor Umu A. Jalingo, North-East, as well as Mr. Adeola Adetunji, South-West. The President also saw the confirmation of 19 resident electoral commissioners for INEC, out of which 5 are for renewal for a second tenure of 5 years, while 14 are fresh appointments for a tenure of 5 years. Still on confirmations, the President sought the Senate to confirm Dr. Suleiman A. Afikpo as a commissioner representing the Southeast Zone at the National Heart Commission of Nigeria, NACOM.
While looking forward for the usual expeditious consideration of the Senate, please accept the single Senate President the assurances of my highest consideration. Yours sincerely, Muhammadu Buhari.
You are watching Inside the Senate. We will now report on some bills considered by the Senate before it recessed. Amongst those considered is the Hydroelectric Power Producing Areas Development Commission, Hyperdeck Act 2020 Amendment Bill 2022. In the lead debate, the sponsor, Senator Sadiq Suleiman Umar, lamented that amendments to Section 14, subsection 2A of the Hyperdeck Act in 2013 and 2018, having to do with payments into the Commission's fund, fell short of the change it introduced under Section 3 of the original Act. According to him, the amendment comes with implications.
The implication of this inadvertence is that Section 3 of the Hyperdeck Establishment Act, Amendment Act 2018 is vague and ineffectual as it purports to amend a non-existing law, that is, a repeal paragraph of a subsection. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, this bill seeks to address and cure the inadvertence of Section 3 of the 2018 amendment, which had hindered the optimal operation of commissions since then.
It is intended to ensure that the hydropower producing areas, the communities, are able to benefit from what the Hyperdeck as a commission is designed to do. I support the second reading of this bill.
Today, Hyperdeck is just standing as a parastatal with no functions. because they have not been able to get any revenue to discharge their responsibilities.
The bill then scaled second reading and referred to the Committee on Power to report back in 4 weeks. Also presented for second reading was the Patent and Design Act 2004 Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2022, which seeks the protection of intellectual properties. It was sponsored by Senator Ibikule Amosun.
The Patent and Design Act Cap P2 LFN 2004 Repeal and Enactment Bill 2021 seeks to protect intellectual property rights by setting up a framework for civil and judicial procedures, by providing impetus to scientific and technological development, as well as the rapid industrial growth of our country, which is presently heavily dependent on oil and gas.
We need to give our fullest support to this bill. It will not only help to allow or to encourage people to bring out their intellectual properties for the benefit of themselves and the entire society, but also attract foreigners to come into this country to display their God-given talents.
Investors the world over are concerned about when they put in money to generate new technology or solution, how they are going to be able to appropriate the benefits from that technology. And that is where the regime of intellectual property rights come in. So, Mr. President, this is a straightforward thing, strengthening the intellectual property rights law in this country through this, amendment.
Following this, the bill scaled second reading and was referred to the Committee on Trade and Investment to report back in 4 weeks. Also presented for second reading was the National Poverty Alleviation Management Commission Establishment Bill 2022, sponsored by Senator Kabir Barkia.
Passage of this bill will effectively and efficiently regulate all forms of funds provided to alleviate poverty in the land, especially to remedy the suffering of our citizens. This affirmation fund could be granted by the government or international donation and the local donations in order to minimize the high level of hardship that people go through within the country.
Billions is coming out, but it doesn't reach the actual people it's supposed to reach. So this is why I commend my colleague, brother, Senator Kabir Barkia for bringing this bill. It's meant to protect public fund. And the National Assembly the repository is supposed to be the protector of public funds.
I am supporting it because National Poverty Alleviation Management Commission will mean that they will not just give money for people to go and eat and then finish the money, but they will give money to people, they will manage them, they will train them to come out of poverty.
The government is doing quite a lot, for example. And what is very fundamental is to measure the performance of government in that kind of situation through data management. And if we can be able to do that effectively, I'm definitely sure government will be very much happy and people will be happy, so that on quarterly basis, we will be able to know exactly the level of increase or reduction in poverty in this country.
The bill was also read a second time and referred to the Committee on Poverty Alleviation to report back in 4 weeks. Let's now take a break from plenary to open the Senate notebook. Don't go away.
The Legislative Chamber is a revered hall used by parliamentarians across the world to enact laws, deliberate on issues and problems of constituents with a view to profiling solutions. It is a stage where legislative deliberations and actions are taken by the representatives of the people to address the yearnings and aspirations of the citizenry. Legislators are protected from prosecution on account of remarks made in the chamber. Welcome back.
Several bills were also presented for third reading on Tuesday, the 26th of July 2022, following the presentation of the reports of the committees that worked on them. One of them is the National Commission Against the Proliferation of Small Arms and Light Weapons, Establishment Bill 2022, on which the Committee on National Security and Intelligence worked. The report of their recommendations as well as other committee activities is compiled and presented from our studio.
In view of the urgent need to address our present state of insecurity,
work on the bill was conducted at a public hearing organized by the Committee on National Security and Intelligence, chaired by Senator Ibrahim Gobir.
The bill is of great importance to the security and continued existence of this nation. In view of the urgent need to address our present state of insecurity in the country, and the anticipated benefits to be derived from the bill, the committee recommends as follows: that the Senate do consider and approve the National Commission for the Coordination and the Control of the Proliferation of Small Arms and the Light Weapons Establishment, etc., Bill 2022.
23, 24, 25.
The report was then considered clause by clause in the Committee of the Whole, leading to the passage of the bill. Also presented for third reading was the National Senior Secondary Education Commission Act, Repeal and Reenactment Bill 2022. The report of the Committee on Basic and Secondary Education, which worked on the bill, was presented by the committee's Vice Chairman, Senator Akon Eyakenyi.
The committee thoroughly considered the various submissions, presentations, observations, and comments by the critical stakeholders and indeed the general public on the provisions of the bill, made amendments when necessary, recommends and moves that Senate do consider the recommendations as contained in the bill attached to this report.
The report was considered clause by clause in the Committee of the Whole, leading to its passage.
Those against any that have it.
Meanwhile, the Committee on National Identity Card and National Population, headed by Senator Sahabi Ya'u, was on an oversight tour of one of the agencies under its purview, the Karu Zonal Office of the National Population Commission in Karu, Nasarawa State, for an assessment of preparation for the national census coming up in April 2023. They were received on arrival at the Karu, Nasarawa State Center by the coordinator of the center, Mr. Sadiku A. Bamidele. During discussions, the coordinator disclosed that in addition to Nigerians and foreigners living in normal buildings, they are adequately prepared to capture others described as special population who live in markets, motor parks, as well as those in transit during the enumeration exercise. The committee chairman as well as other committee members took time to inspect enumeration materials at the center, during which the coordinator disclosed that they had successfully completed a trial census in the area, while enumeration of houses is at 97% completion level in Karu local government area of Nasarawa State. These attracted questions from committee members.
How many people do you employ to do the trial census?
The trial census
for this unit, and how many, this thing you are saying, enumeration?
We have 4,146 enumeration areas.
1,400.
146
in Karu local government.
5,034 people are engaged to work here.
More than the enumeration.
Yes, sir. Because 4,146 enumerators will work in each of the enumeration areas. 748 supervisors will supervise them at an average of about 4-5 person enumerator per supervisor.
If, for example, you come to my house,
yes, sir,
we have an overnight visitor,
yes, sir,
and that person has been enumerated somewhere before visiting us. How do you discover that?
We make use of indelible ink. Indelible ink will be administered on the it will be administered, and the quality of the indelible ink is such that cannot wash off in 7 days.
At the inspection, the chairman in an interview expressed delight at what they saw.
We thank whoever is involved for this operation, and this is what we expect the general census to be when it is to be conducted in April. The National Assembly will do whatever it can to provide the necessary funding through the budgetary system, for us to have a free, fair, and credible national census. And take us for our words, we are going to do that.
The Federal Commissioner of Nasarawa State, Honorable Silas Ali Agara, also spoke on the trial census as well as some of the challenges encountered.
The trial census is meant to troubleshoot and to know what we are going to encounter in the main census. Of course, we have had one or two areas that was difficult to maneuver, taking the recruitment process, where people that are not from the community had access to the portal because of the proximity to FCT. So that is one area that we'll have to go back to the drawing board and probably have a geofence system for every local government in the main census exercise.
Our next segment on the program is the profile segment. Stay tuned for our Senator of the Week.
Senator Christopher Ekpeyon represents Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District of Akwa Ibom State under PDP. He attended St. Patrick's Primary School, Ikot Ukana in Akwa Ibom State, and St. Michael's Primary School, Rumamasi, Port Harcourt, River State for his first school leaving certificate. He also attended Government Technical College, Port Harcourt in 1970 and Federal Government Technical College, Yaba, Lagos in 1975. At the tertiary level, Senator Ekpeyon attended Federal Polytechnic, Bida, Niger State for his Ordinary National Diploma, OND, in Electrical Engineering and Electronics in 1977. And the Polytechnic, Calabar, Cross River State for his Higher National Diploma, HND, in 1982. He then proceeded to Kensington University, Honolulu, Hawaii, in USA for a Master's in Business Administration and Marketing in 1995 and a PhD from the same university. He joined politics and was Deputy Governor of Akwa Ibom State from 1999 to 2005 during the administration of the then Governor, Victor Atta. He was elected senator under PDP in the 2019 general elections to represent Akwa Ibom Northwest Senatorial District. His legislative interests include education, agriculture, and maritime development.
This is where we end this edition of Inside the Senate. Like I mentioned when the program started, the Senate has proceeded on its annual recess, which will last for a period of 7 weeks. While the recess lasts, Inside the Senate will bring you unfolding events in the legislature, features and reviews of the 9th Senate so far. Keep watching out for your window into the Senate activities showing on the NTA Parliament. Thanks for watching and see you next time.